wipe my sins. Wipe it. They can't win. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up. The champs is in. Yeah. Wake up. The cake up. Raise up or make us do something we don't want to. Bite down on you right now. On you. Juke to the left, they dodging it. Can't play the role, you fraudulent. Waiting on the race for the stars in it. 4x4 double parking it. Wanna play like cars in it. Wear the right flag, they forfeit it. Now I got a ring too gorgeous. Damn, I gotta treat it like forges. It sound like I wanna scratch it. Try to take the ring, I'ma tackle you. I guess I'm a Super Bowl bachelor. Go hard in the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismatch, shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you block them off. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck goose linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Jakeem Grant now to return. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He goes underneath the Drake. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Looking to throw. He dumps it off to Drake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On first down, Drake. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kevin Balaj. Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Chances are good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Out of his end zone, Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23.
Defensively here, you're facing when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Looking to throw. Prescott finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
It's just taken around the 12. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
No, check, Patriot.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Green 39.
On 3rd down. That's Lindsey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Cordray Tankersley on the stop defensively. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another 1st down as well. Throwing, Prescott. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point up and through, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On the crossing route, complete. That's Parker. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. But they face a second and long to start things out.
Set. 319. 319.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. On the left side, this is Stills. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll drop the throw. And this is Parker, complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Giving to the big tight end on fourth. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down.
Brandon, this is a good spot in the field to go for it. A lot of coaches call this no man's land. A field goal is no sure thing, and neither is a punt. They made the right choice, went for it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's complete to Parker, left side. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. John Simon in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Back to throw here. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Green 39! Green 39!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And got his man complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Prescott on first down. And open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A first down throw for Prescott. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are in for 6. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man is Grant. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. to throw now on first down. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Stills. And this throw will be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. It was looking that time for Stills. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Prescott rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Prescott to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Gallup's got it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Grant on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And his pass incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go. 3-19.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play.
He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
The return man is Graham. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Watch it now, Barney.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points
big time.
Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf. Taco Charlton, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary has really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. And this one is incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
46.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And an alley to run. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Dolphins have got it.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. On first and goal, Drake. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Gotta figure this is one they need here on third and goal. They come out here in the eye. Here's a run with Balaj. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balaj, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. Prescott now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, But how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Second down, Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Back now in Arlington. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the fourth. Second and 9 now from the 21. Design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is third down and 12.
Detroit!
Team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Point after, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He dumps it off to Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Back to throw now on first down. On the left side, this is Stills. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Prescott now on 2nd down. Being chased out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 26. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? Yeah. They'll set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And credit the tackle to Taco Charlton with a stop.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And throw right side complete to Parker. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man is Thielen is complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Good. Count.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go, let's go, get out. Here we go, 46. Switch, and 26.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. Gun. Here we go, wide 8. 26.
Prescott on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Hey, here we go. Wide 80. Check. Switch and 8. Gun. Switch and 8. Here we go, 47. 86.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is